just got the car cleaned at my favorite place, Roadrunner Express. There she is, up there somewhere, I think. Can you see it? Sun's killing me, but we're on our way to a below $200,000 home, which I'm gonna tour with you with the one and only Jimmy Rufus. I'm gonna jump in my clean ride and we're gonna get there in about a minute. Here is the drive, a little bit of the drive from Lynchburg. You're about 35 minutes from downtown Lynchburg. Head down 29 and then 501 out into the country a little bit. So if you need to be closer than 35 minutes, this place would not work for you. But if 35 minutes doesn't scare you and you're not that worried about being close to downtown Lynchburg, I mean, 35 minutes is not bad. And this is a 3-1, 1,300 square foot on almost an acre for under $200,000. So let's get there and show you around. We have arrived at our property right here, 6137 Three Creeks. And we're gonna jump inside in 1 second. Let me show you where we're at on the map. Here we are at the blue dot, 6137 Three Creeks Road, a minute from William Campbell High School, and about 10 minutes or less to the middle school, about 10 minutes to the Brookneal Elementary School, which is in Brookneal, just south of us, as you can see it there on the map. And if you look left, you'll see Alta Vista. Further left, you see Smith Mountain Lake. Further left, you're going to see Roanoke. Of course, Lynchburg up top, 35 minutes. You're going to pass Rustburg on the way if you stick on 501. I swung through somewhere over here in the middle and jumped off of 29. I came down 29, shot over east to 501 and came down that way. But that is the location right there. We zoom way out. You're going to see Richmond up here to your east, northeast a little bit, Charlottesville north, and again, Blacksburg way off to the west there, past Roanoke. So that's where we're at. Before we jump inside, let me remind you of who I am, JD Miller, with that little international real estate company called eXp Realty. You're going to hear us talk about it inside as well. And please do remember to hit that value button, the like button, if you find any value in this whatsoever. Also subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, don't leave us. We want you to stay here. Comment on things you like, don't love about living in Lynchburg, Virginia. If you're thinking about coming here, you have any questions, you know the number, you got it, and we'll throw it up again as we get inside and walk through this house and show you what you can get for $190. All right, here we are with
the man, the myth, the legend, no,
Jimmy Rufus
of the Rufus Group, brokered by eXp Realty.
That's right.
We're coming to you from Gladys, Virginia, pushing Brookneal.
Right above Brookneal, that's where we're at. We're standing in a 3-1 for under $200,000, actually under $190.
Correct, and that's key because it's hard to find things that fall into that price category in our market. So we're going to show you what you get in this price range.
Absolutely. Now I already showed them a little bit of a map before you got here. We're about 35 minutes from downtown Lynchburg, 10 minutes from Brookneal. I don't know how close we are to the nearest Walmart to you.
No, but Dollar General is right around the corner.
Dollar General. There's 1 million Dollar Generals all across the country. So what we're going to do is I'm going to walk over here, grab that gimbal, and then we're going to follow Jimmy through the house and we're going to talk about what you're getting for $190 in a 3-1 in this area. Now, I'll put you on the spot right away. I don't know what your thoughts are on this. If you pick this place up and put it in Lynchburg, what do you think?
Oh, it depends on which school district you're in, but you know, you're probably at this point like low to mid twos, so like 230 to 250, just because of location, proximity to the university. Depends on the school district, but
so that's the thing. If you don't need to be right in the city, and some people don't, this is fine for them. This is great. This is where you might find the value. You get closer to the city, the price goes up. Starting right here in the living room, Jimmy, we walk in the front door. We can see our vehicles outside the front driveway. We don't have a garage, and you can tell us about that.
Well, the history is I bought this house and ended up selling it to a friend. I was going to flip it, but he was interested in doing flips, so here we are. The carport / garage was converted when we bought the property. So they just went with that theme when they were fixing it up and made an extra room. This is what I grew up with called a den. I don't usually get to use that description in many homes, but this would be a great place for you to have a theater room or a place for the family to congregate that's out of the way. They carpeted it. They replaced all the windows in the house. It looks great. It's a little extra space for you.
Yeah, it looks like, so we still have some of the cinder block foundation we see around the bottom, but we have some air conditioning, HVAC coming in here, pushing into the room, it looks like. And it has nice high ceilings. I mean, you step down, as you can see, but the ceiling height stays the same as the rest of the house. So you actually gain a little bit of kind of headroom in here, nice and big.
Yeah, it makes the room feel much bigger with the ceiling height being like that.
Yeah, and we can walk through from living room into this room and then into the kitchen. Definitely could be a good little theater room. Carports. I don't know if you know this, but Frank Lloyd Wright, he supposedly in Wisconsin was the one that coined the term carport. I will tell you this, if you want, hey, there he is. If you want to get another carport and put it outside, metal, I looked this up already, $8,000 to $12,000 depending on if you want 1, 2, 3 car. So you can get a metal one, put it outside if you want your car to be covered. But Frank Lloyd Wright, he coined it. He put carports on houses. The Usonia house is what he built, the kind of house he built. The Usonia house is what he built. He didn't want people to put a garage on and fill their garage with junk.
Well, that's what everybody does.
That's right. But if you have a carport, you can. So that was the whole carport
yeah, well,
thing.
You should see some of the carports out here. You might come across one or two that you can.
All right. Well, if you have a great carport, let's walk towards the kitchen. How about that, Jimmy?
Yeah, absolutely. So this actually, when I bought the house, was the weight room.
Come on, 2 more.
You said 2 more 5 ago.
Do it.
And it's had a new roof on it because this was falling in when I bought it.
Yeah, it looks like all new sheetrock. Some of the things we did in here, well, we didn't do it, but the owner did it, who flipped it, and Jimmy is now listing it. New luxury vinyl plank, new carpet. There's going to be a fridge. Is this our basement door eventually?
Yep,
Okay.
That's the basement door. So it's got an unfinished full basement, which gives you lots of storage space. And they've gone to the effort to make sure that it doesn't get water in it. When they first bought the house, there was a water leak from the well coming into the house, just one of the lines, but they redid all the plumbing, so it's been
Nice.
taken care
Yep,
of as
new
well.
plumbing, upgraded to 200 amp. So in the kitchen area, I'm guessing what we would do here is just have like a little eat-in kitchen.
Yeah, I'd put a little small 4-person table at the most here.
Yep.
Maybe even a little bar top. It is a 3-bedroom house, so it's, you're only going to have so many people in here to feed. And how many people actually sit at a dining room table to eat anymore?
Right.
I mean,
Now I'll tell you, I like this place. We have another deck here. We have another deck on the side of the house. So price point wise, you could move in here and be ready to go. Granite countertop. Now, if you're a granite person, you know this is not high-end granite because it's a $190,000 house. Right? It's not the high-end dovetail drawers, but it's nice new cabinets, and it's easy. You could come right in here and live here. And if you want to change it out and put high-end cabinets in, you can. They're going to put a refrigerator right there, right, Jimmy?
yeah, I told them at this price range they did. In a lot of new construction projects, you'll find that builders don't include the actual refrigerator anymore, but at this price point, we find that a lot of buyers have really a hard time qualifying with all the appropriate down payment money or whatnot. So these properties usually fall into what we call an A loan. So it's going to be FHA, VA, USDA, and they have special parameters to make sure that those buyers are protected from, calamity right after they buy the house, something that's super expensive, and they give them money to help close and to get into the unit. So this will probably fall into that category. I'm doing one on Whipping Creek about 3 minutes from here, so less than a mile, and we're on an A loan, and we're having to go through a couple of extra hoops in order to make sure that the new buyer who's under contract gets in there and doesn't have any big cataclysmic problems that financially strain them, and then they're already behind the 8 ball trying to make a payment.
Right. So generally those A loans are like safety, sanitation, security. So for example, we'll walk outside them, but this deck, someone might come with one of those A loans and say, oh, if this didn't have a certain railing or the step height was too high, you'd have to address that. Conventional loan cash, you wouldn't have to do it, but here with a USDA, FHA, VA loan, you might. But it's not insurmountable. They want to make sure things are right. And again, because a lot of times if you're buying this house as a primary residence, you don't have a lot of money to put into fixing it up.
Correct, which is what's so appealing about the homes out here. Before this thing was revamped and redone, it was empty. And it was one less space for someone to live out in the country who may not be able to afford to live in the city, or maybe they work close by. Georgia Pacific's around the corner, Fossil Fuel's down the street. There are a lot of options to work out this way, but there's not a lot of housing, and there's not a lot of affordable housing at all. But these are some of the pockets where you can find affordable housing if you get out to the country, get about 20, 25 minutes outside of town. You can find those areas where it's more affordable to live. Some people like it out here. I love it out here. I love the quiet. The other day, honestly, the Mennonites were going down here in a horse and buggy, literally hauling trees with 4 horses down to wherever their joint is. But
Interesting.
it was unique.
All right, lead the way, Jimmy.
All right, so it's a nice little 3-bedroom, 1 bath.
Little closet. I'll just point out to you the vent here. This is the return for the HVAC. So you got a little kind of cloak closet in there, maybe linen closet right here.
Yeah, you got a couple little pockets of space. Each bedroom has obviously a closet. This is the shared bathroom. It's got a unique layout. I don't know that I've ever seen one that has the sink not in the door. But then again, if you're in a hurry and there's 3 of you trying to get ready in the morning, somebody could be in here brushing their teeth and getting out the door while someone else has privacy.
That's right. Now, what we found is, I don't know if this is for drugs or guns or maybe just laundry. We're going to go down the basement then. Got a little secret trap door that I just broke. Come on, bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah, you got it.
There we go. Secret trap door. We don't know what that's for.
I figured it out. I figured it's just for laundry to toss it down there because there's a laundry connection back there.
So in a price point like this, you're not really, I don't know what you would, you're just going to pick whatever bedroom is the biggest, whatever one you like as the primary. Maybe they pick this one. You lose a little real estate for this furniture with the deck outside that door, but
yeah, it's convenient here because you have a separate exterior entrance that honestly you could probably lock this room off if you really needed to get away from the kids. But you got a nice deck here on this side, separate entrance in addition to, there's the deck on the back. But you got a nice yard for entertaining. It's good and level. This would be a good spot for your kids to come out and play ball or any other sort of activity.
Yeah, you're on 0.87 acres and it's a nice space. So 1,300 square feet, I think, overall living space here.
That's a great question. I don't know the exact number.
I think that's right. I looked it up.
Exact measurement just so we could do the math because I don't always trust the public records when it comes to that type of information.
I think we're right around that 1,300. Here's a second bedroom. Well, this one feels like it's bigger.
Yeah, this one is bigger. It's got 2 closets. This would probably be your master. This one, I believe, is 14 by 12. The other one we were just in is basically 11 by 10.
Okay.
But it does have the exterior entrance, which probably makes it feel like it could be your master if you wanted it to be. However, I don't think you're putting a king size bed in that room.
No, but maybe if you have younger kids, you might not want them with the door. If you have older kids, it may not matter. And then here's a third one. And we've talked about this before on videos, I know, but there's your attic scuttle entrance. It's a legit 3 beds. You do not have to have a closet. They all have closets, but we don't have to have a closet for a bedroom. We have to have egress, a way outside directly from the room, not going through another room in order to count as a bedroom. All right, you want to go downstairs to the basement?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go find out where that little trap door goes. I can't wait. Last time I came down the other day when we were measuring, I did not think to look for where it went. But I'm just assuming it was laundry since it's in the bathroom and your laundry connections are down here. Now, everything down here is insulated. It looks like there's a piece or 2 that may need to be tacked back up. They at one point had put in a sump pump over here, but I think they've solved the problem.
Okay.
At one, because it was coming under the door and the drain was probably filling up, and they got the drain clean, so it has a separate entrance. So I don't think they need that anymore.
Yeah.
However, in the event that you need it, it's readily available in the event that you wanted to add a sump pump, although
We do have 200 amp.
Yep, 200 amp service, washer and dryer connections.
And I'm going to tell you, no matter who did the house, who did the flip, I mean, go ahead and have a home inspection and see what they tell you. Oh, this is it. This is it.
Yeah, there you go. There's your
it
laundry chute.
Still is a laundry chute.
So the laundry basket is right here.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, huh? So wouldn't that be convenient?
That's amazing. $190,000 and you get your own laundry chute. I love this.
Yeah, so they cleaned up the basement. Nice, great storage space. Everything's clean. Lighting's great down here. They redid all the ductwork.
So. All the ductwork new.
Yep.
I brought my other car, so I don't have my electronic measuring device, but I'm going to say 7.5 foot, maybe 8 foot ceilings. What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's actually tall enough that you could finish this and feel comfortable down here. If you wanted to, finish it off a little more, put a play area down here or something. You don't see that all the time. Sometimes it's just like it's not a crawl space, but sometimes there's not a lot of room to actually live if you want to extend it out.
Yeah, the one I have around the corner that's under contract does not have this. It has crawl space. And
oh, it has a crawl space.
Yeah, that's all it's got.
Okay.
So this is priced accordingly with the larger lot and the 2 decks and unfinished, cleaned up basement for storage and whatnot.
Yeah.
It is priced at a little higher price point, but we're still under 190.
Yeah.
And I dare you to go find something else that's nicer in this price point. Even in town, you're not going to get the price point. So,
speaking of nice, let's go upstairs and talk about your mustache before we go outside.
Oh, great. I appreciate that.
All right, we're back inside. Hey, we did tell you at the beginning, we're both brokered by EXP, that little international real estate company. Jimmy, how many years have you worked in real estate overall?
I've got 30 years plus in the industry, yeah.
Most of it was commercial.
Yes, correct.
And now he's in commercial and residential. I'm all residential, but we work together a lot. This is my unofficial mentor. And David, who is going to be with us, but he's at a closing, he works with Jimmy a lot on investment side. If you have any commercial needs or residential needs, you have my number here on the screen. I'm putting it up there. If you're looking for commercial stuff, we'll get connected with Jimmy and he'll run us around and through and over and cover all commercial stuff as well. So how about you tell us about the mustache?
Okay, so this is for the Boys and Girls Club here in Lynchburg. It's the Mustache for Kids. It's the No Shave November. And I'm getting prepped up for the Mustache Bash this Friday. I have to dress up as someone, and I have yet to figure out who I'm going to be. I'm leaning Sam Elliott, or do I do Hulk Hogan again?
Yeah, you did Hulk Hogan last year.
I know. It's hard to get away from that, but that's a popular one. I can pull off Sam Elliott. The trouble is, no one knows who he is.
I don't.
Exactly.
Who is he?
See, therein lies the problem.
Who is he?
He's the raspy-voiced actor with the long gray hair, and he's got a great little stash. I'd have to trim it up for that. But
okay.
Nevertheless, it's we're raising money, so I'm going to hit you up for a donation. I'll send you a link later.
All right, you'll get it.
I've got to reach my goal, and I've taken a late start. Shocker. You get busy, you get the holidays, but it's for a great cause. So if you ever see the link, I'm sure he'll put it right here on the bottom too.
I'll throw it in there.
So you can donate. Yeah.
We'll throw it in the description.
Yeah, that's the stash. I just shaved a little bit because I just can't figure out who I'm going to be for the party.
All right, we'll figure that out. Now, we're going to walk around outside. From an investment standpoint, what are like some of the 3 or 2 main points if you're looking for an investment you're going to flip? Like this house was flipped, so to speak. What do you look for?
Well, I always look to buy it where it's not on the market.
Yeah.
So buying it off the market, even if it's not an investment and it's for a personal home, you don't want to compete with the general population if you can avoid it. And this is one that I bought off of a buddy that had bought it at a tax sale. And then him and his dad couldn't get around to doing anything, so they said, hey, are you interested? Yeah, we took them up on it. We secured the property and put a roof on it right away so it wouldn't have any more damage. And then I ended up handing it off to another investor friend of mine who's done all the work to it. And I told him, hey, go do all these things and great. So as far as flips, those are the types of things I look for in investment. Is I don't want to compete. If it's been sitting on the market for a really long time and I'm competing, then I feel okay about making an offer on those types of properties. I can make a poor offer and I don't feel bad because I kneecapped them because I got to make some money too. And it's been sitting on the market. But if you can avoid competing, that's always the biggest key to getting the best deal on a property.
Yeah, if you're doing an investment property, it's very different than if you're buying to live in. If you're coming to buy this house to live in, this is probably a great price. Correct. If you're going to buy it and rent it, it still might be a good price if you want to buy in long-term rent. But if you're going to buy and like reno something, then you've got to be on the ladder, on the lower rungs when you're buying it off market or buying it some way, someone that you know, so that you're buying it at the right price. That's where your money is made, buying it at the right price. You can't buy too high and then try to flip it and put a whole bunch of stuff into it, make it appealing to new buyers. You're not going to make that much.
Yeah, you make your money at your purchase if you've done all your homework. So if you need help doing the homework, call this guy, this number right here, wherever he puts it.
There you go. There you
go. And we'll coach you through it.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, and don't forget, I'm going to throw this back on here somewhere else, but don't forget to like, subscribe. We're crawling up in the subscription numbers here, which I like. It's kind of just fun. And like it. When you like it, it pushes it out to more people. Call us if you need any help, and let's go take a look outside and walk around the outside. All right, we're on the outside, and Jimmy knows I'm going to tell you some things. Well, I'll point this out to you no matter who you are. Doesn't matter. But again, this is a nice looking house on the outside. I'm sure, did he paint it when he got it?
Yeah, it was brick before. It's still brick, obviously, but they did a whitewash on it.
Whitewash. You're going to see a little nick, a little hole up in the siding. You're going to have this, my friends. It's a $190,000 house. Even on $500,000 houses, you're going to find nicks and bumps and things like that on the houses. It just is what it is. And you do an inspection and you make sure things are okay, and you can get those things sealed up, kind of fixed up, but it happens.
Yeah, they are very doable. You'll get them and you'll be able to get this stuff, some of this fixed or addressed. People who are doing investment homes in this price range, they want you to have a good solid home for a good price. And at the same time, typically at the end, they get to the point where they're quote unquote done, and there's always a little punch list that you can go through and find, and these are some of those items.
And if you go through there and you go, hey, I'm going to make everything perfect, then you're going to be at $210,000, $220,000. That's kind of cool though, right? That's your basement walkout, and it's nice that it's under cover. So you're under the back porch cover here. Nice headroom though walking down. That was the door when we were down in the basement, right near the washer and dryer hookup.
Yeah. Yes, right near the little laundry chute.
Brand new HVAC in here too, Jimmy? That looks like brand new.
Yep, brand new HVAC system, new roof,
all right,
upgraded.
So I'll give you a little hint, and maybe this doesn't come up. I'll give you a little hint. I'll just tell you this. This right here, a 2x4, sometimes the A loans will catch you on that and say, that's not a graspable railing because some people have small hands. And you might have to add a little additional piece on there like you'd see inside a house, but again, it's easily fixable. Sometimes they don't catch those things or they don't bring those things up. Just depends on who you have looking over the house.
That is accurate. It just depends on who's your appraiser for the A loan. They're certified. You don't know who you're going to get because your bank usually has like an actual pool of say 8 or 10 of them.
Right.
And they don't choose them. They're just kind of randomly generated. That way we don't have like any conflict of interest in the actual valuation of the property.
Back like maybe 2008 when that may have happened.
Yeah, well, in 2008 we had a bubble, of course, and it was going to happen one way or another simply because they had a dream to have everybody in a home of their own. And honestly, not everybody is always ready for a home of their own, and it takes time to actually, graduate towards that type of responsibility, because it's a lot.
Hey, there's the sun killing us. All right, Jimmy, here we are on 3 Creeks Road, and this could be yours for under $190. This is a horrible way to end the video, but we're going to end it anyway.
Well, I mean, look, this is all about a call to action.
That's right.
Call us at the number below.
There you go.
Wherever he puts it. Text us, email us, whatever.
That's right.
And this is what we do all day, every day, not the video part. Although I feel like that's all we ever do. No, we are constantly in and out of houses. We're evaluating them for you. We're trying to find you deals and making sure you don't get a house that's a piece of junk and you're mad at me later.
Right.
Or mad at JD.
Nope. And you can go watch the other video I did on a dual agency. You don't want that. You want someone looking out for you as the buyer, someone looking out for you as the seller. That's what we do. So, yep, call us. And if you want to come over to EXP, call us. If you're a realtor watching
absolutely.
this, come join us at EXP. We will see you on the next video.
See ya.